Alright guys, so I wanted to make a quick video here, show you guys something. First of all, big tree back there went down right in my cedar thicket that I planted this year, so nothing like having a little bit more work to the list, but came out here to an area, it's pretty barren, but right in here I have a lot of willows and dogwood that I transplanted, not this year but last year. So they've been in the ground approximately 13 months, something like that, and I just wanted to take a second and show you guys something. So for one, see, this got nipped off by the deer. The deer definitely come in and they hit this stuff pretty hard, but I'm going to pull this. This is a willow that I planted last year. You can see it's starting to bud a little bit. Definitely alive, bending it around, it doesn't break. It's definitely alive. But so these trees I planted last March, the same way that I always transplant all my willows and dogwood is I cut them at an angle down by the ground, and I stick them down into the ground a little ways, and usually get them in the ground probably 4 or 5 inches until I start feeling some really good hard dirt, and then I just let them go. So last year these little twigs did basically nothing. You know, they bloomed out, I guess you could say. They blossomed out. They didn't really have much for leaves, but they really didn't grow either. So now this year they're starting to grow. You can tell new growth. This one got nipped off by a deer, but I'm going to show you the root system and why it's important that you stick them down into the ground, you know, at least that 4 or 5 inch mark. So pull that out of the ground. So try and wipe this off. Not sure if you're able to see that or not, but if you look close, you can see that there's a cut there. So that's where I made that cut last year. So I cut it on an angle, stuck it into the ground. You know, you can see probably 4 or 5 inches here where the dirt mark is. But what's interesting about this is, what you don't really realize, and I never realized it either until a couple of years ago, is that the roots will not take off where you cut that angle piece. That piece won't grow any roots. Everything will grow off the sides of your willow transplant or your dogwood transplant. So that's why it's very important that you stick it down in the ground far enough, because you can see there's, you know, a couple good roots here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, 5, and a lot of little ones, 6 maybe, that are coming off the sides, and that's what's going to reach out for that moisture. That's what's going to keep your transplant, your cut, you know, your whatever, alive. So something to keep in mind. Make sure when you guys are doing that you're sticking them in far enough. And like I said, this is year 2 of these. I can see they're starting to grow now. They're blooming and they're growing. But realistically, I expect next year that these will really take off and really start to thrive as they're kind of through that transplant shock. So we'll see how it goes. We'll leave these in the ground, won't pull up anymore. It's hard work wasted. So get out of here and keep working on some more habitat projects.